Hi, welcome to today's video. My name is Paul. So this week's video is following on from last week and still doing this charcoal landscape drawing tutorial. Last week part one of the tutorial was looking at materials, and then this week part two is looking at style and developing a style. So developing a style is, well, it's one of those things that different people have different opinions about. And if you watch different YouTube videos and read different blogs, you know, these different people are going to tell you different things. It's one of the sometimes maybe annoying aspects of art. Maybe art doesn't have, there's no set rules. There's no one way of doing art. So it's inevitable, therefore, that different people are going to tell you different things. This is what you should do, or somebody else will say, no, you should do that instead. All I can do is give you my opinions, which may or may not be useful. So I think everybody has a style. Whether this is your first day, your first attempt at doing some drawing or painting, or if you've been doing it for 50 years or more. Either way, you have a style. Now, somebody who's been doing it for 50 years, their style may be better developed, more confident. It may be closer to what they want to produce. Whereas if it's your first day at doing some drawing and painting, your style isn't going to be as confident. It isn't going to be exactly what you want. Should also say, therefore, I think style isn't something that you arrive at. It's not a destination. It's a process, and it's something that will develop over time. And there are a number of components that go into creating a style. I think the first one is, getting back to last week, is materials. The materials that you choose will have some impact on the style of art that you create. Different materials have different strengths and weaknesses, different limitations. So that will have some impact on the style of art that you create. Another component that goes into it is, what do you like? Do you like more abstract art? Or do you want to create more naturalistic art? So let's stick just with landscapes for the moment. You know, are you trying to produce something that looks like a photograph? Or are you trying to produce something that looks like an artistic impression of an actual landscape? There's no right or wrong answers in that. That's something that you have to choose. I'd say style is, in part at least, an expression of your unique individuality as a person, as an artist. And in that sense, nobody can tell you how to do that, because nobody can tell you how to be you, if that makes sense. But I definitely think there's a component of style that is unique to each of us. We're trying to express ourselves artistically. But you have to, it helps if you can look at other artists from the past, contemporary artists, whatever you're into. Look at what sort of style of art and what sort of style of landscapes do you enjoy looking at. You can create a Pinterest board, if you like, and collect lots of examples. Another aspect of style is something that is maybe more technical and is going to take a longer time to develop. And that's your confidence and your experience in using a particular medium. And yes, some people pick these things up very quickly. Most of us don't. So to be realistic, we're not talking about a few days or a few weeks of practice. We're talking years and years, decades of practice. And this is the aspect of style that I think is never ending. It's a process, it's not a destination. Because the more you work with a medium, the more you learn about it, and the more you learn to, the more confident you become in using that medium. So maybe those are two main components of style. The ability to express yourself, to create the type of art that you enjoy. And to do that, you first of all need to determine what sort of art you actually enjoy. And then the other aspect of it is the technical side of actually gaining experience and gaining confidence in using a particular medium. You have to be prepared to make mistakes. You have to be prepared to experiment, try different things. If you think, oh, there's a right way of doing it and I have to discover that right way, I would suggest maybe that's the wrong way to think about it. There are many ways to use a medium like charcoal or pencils or oil paints or whatever it is that you're using, and you have to discover the best way for you to use those that particular medium. And that just takes time and lots of experimenting. This is a scan of today's drawing. For me, some of the influences on me were Impressionism and Minimalism. And I'm trying to develop landscapes that, you know, have as little charcoal on the paper as is necessary, kind of thing. So initially it started off as Impressionism, trying to copy Impressionist ideas. But as my style is developing, it's moving more towards minimalism, I think. And I like that sort of stark contrast between the black charcoal and the white paper. But as I say, this is something that I'm still working on, still developing, and I'm still learning more about charcoal. Okay, well, if you made it this far in the video, thank you for watching, thank you for listening to me. Hopefully it was of some interest and some use, and hopefully see you in next week's video.